I am Councillor Martin Donaghy, who will chair this meeting this morning. I am deputising for Councillor Hamid Karam, who unfortunately can't be with us. The first item on the agenda is the monitoring of Executive Cabinet member decisions. Members have had a report. Are there any comments, questions? Councillor Hayes.
Yes, thank you, Martin. On the speed camera request for Smithelsdean Road, I have actually asked a couple of questions by email, which I don't really want to bring up today, about issues that we talked about then. I take it I will be getting an email response to that.
Dwayne?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'll take that. So absolutely, Councillor Hayes, you will receive a response. With some of the questions just required a bit of investigation, and officers are looking into that at the moment, and we'll make sure that you are responded to. Okay,
thank you very much indeed for that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne. Thanks, Roger. Any further comments or questions? Very well, I note the report. Item number 2 is the procurement of Highways framework contract for the years 2024 to 2028 enclosure. Who's taking this one, please?
That's me, Chair.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Yeah. This report basically is requesting permission to procure a new frameworks contract to follow on from the existing one, which runs out at the 31st of January 2024. We use this framework contract to procure all the highway works and many other works throughout the borough, which take place over the time period from the capital programmes and other such funding streams. It's also used throughout Greater Manchester by other councils as well, so it just shows what a successful contract it has been and how well used it is and how it fits our needs. So we're basically looking to update the contract to fit because there's been prices increases and things like that in the last couple of years. So it'll raise the actual levels of value for each lot we use. We have 4 lots to cover the different disciplines of the engineering we use it for, so we get specialisms in each sort. The contract's on a quality price basis with a social value element as well, and we intend on continuing that so we can get some community payback schemes and things like that out of it from the contractors on board, and they do such things as take on apprentices and employ local labour and things like that, which are of use to the borough and the area. So basically we're asking for permission to start the procurement process for the new contract, which will come into effect from the 1st of February next year. Just in case there's any issues with the actual procurement process, we just ask that we maybe extend the existing one to cover any gaps between, so we can continue to maintain the service throughout the life and the new contract period.
Yeah, thanks, Malcolm. Yeah, as you say, I mean, I noticed in the report that we compared ourselves with Manchester and Stockport, but several other authorities are quite envious of Bolton because of this procurement process we have. It works extremely well for the borough and as an example to other people. Also, you have raised the baseline on the contract for the tendering process. And you've obviously explained that that's because of material costs and increases, and you've given yourself the 6 months breathing space, if you like, in case there are any hiccups or problems which would cause a disjoint of the contract at that stage, and that would overcome that. So thanks very much for that. Councillor Walsh.
Thank you for that. I'm interested that the contracts for major works, new highway works of up to 2.5 million, those contractors, one company not included is Rosgal, who are included in a separate deal. Yet Rosgal did best part of £1 million of work at the Asda Junction. Any particular reason for that?
Yes, at the time when it was procured, I thought it was going to be the 750,000. So what you work on is the best basis you can do at the time. But the value of the scheme went up. It was procured at the time when there were cost increases going up by 30% in a matter of weeks. So that's why they were used on that one. The value at the original thing was less than 750. And also the value of the contract doesn't take account of the statutory undertakers' works and the traffic signal equipment themselves, so that's not included in the original price. So that's why the scheme for the Astor Bridge junction was £1 million, but the actual contract was, I think it turned about 800 in the end of the day.
Thank you very much.
Any further comments or questions? Very well, I approve the recommendations as detailed in the report on page 1.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
Could I just ask Mrs. Bailey if she would now stop the recording, as we are going into camera for a confidential